I just filmed this entire video and my memory card failed. And if it happens again, I'm just going to post the audio, and that's that. Anyway, what's up guys, it's Cade and welcome back to another video. And if you're new here, subscribe and turn on my post notifications because I make new videos every Thursday. And sometimes it takes me 2 times to make them. Anyway, besides my annoying ass camera not working, let's jump into this topic. Now, I hope that I hit all the points that I want to make in this because last one I did, and I don't know if I'm going to this time. But let's just start off by saying I'm going to be talking about dysphoria. Now, there's a few different types. There's dysphoria I'm going to be talking about, just regular dysphoria, gender dysphoria, and body dysphoria. The reason why I'm talking about these things is because some trans people like to argue whether or not you need dysphoria to be trans. Now, the actual word dysphoria has nothing to do with being trans. It's not a, trans word, trans thing, I don't know. But it's not just for trans people. Anybody can experience dysphoria. And you're probably asking, well, what is dysphoria? Dysphoria, a state of unease or generalized dissatisfaction with life. Anybody can experience dysphoria. Now, when trans people talk about dysphoria, they're either talking about gender or body dysphoria, sometimes a mix of the both, even though they aren't the same thing. And now you're probably asking, well, what's gender and body dysphoria? Gender dysphoria, the condition of feeling one's emotional and psychological identity as male or female to be opposite to one's biological sex. And now you're asking, what is body dysphoria? Body dysphoria, or body dysmorphic disorder, occasionally still called dysmorphophobia, I don't know how to say that, is a mental disorder characterized by the obsessive idea that some aspect of one's own appearance is severely flawed and warrants exceptional measures to hide or fix it. Now I'm just going to say again, anybody can have dysphoria. And also, anybody can have body dysphoria, not just trans people, but most of the people that do experience body dysphoria are trans. But gender dysphoria can only be felt by a trans person. And gender dysphoria is the only thing, factually, scientifically, whatever you want to call it, in your brain that makes you trans. Body dysphoria doesn't make you trans. I mean, come on, you see all these people getting ass injections and boob surgery and all this stuff done to make themselves look better, and they're not trans. Body dysphoria can be felt by anybody. Just because you have body dysphoria doesn't make you trans. And just because you're trans doesn't mean you need to have body dysphoria. You're entitled to have your opinions on that, but the fact is, you don't need body dysphoria to be trans. And if a trans guy wants to be feminine and that's how he feels comfortable, or a trans girl wants to be masculine and that's how she feels comfortable, then what does it bother you? If you're bothered by how other people dress just because they're comfortable that way, you have something coming for you. Because listen, not everybody is going to want to dress the same way that you do. And that's fine. Let them be comfortable with however they want to be. But just because a trans guy wants to throw on some makeup sometimes, or whatever, doesn't make him any less trans. Because guess what? If you have gender dysphoria, you are trans, and that is the only thing that actually makes you transgender. That's not an opinion of mine, it's a fact. You can look it up on Google, whatever you want to do. And I know I really don't make videos like these, but I figured this needed to be said. Because a lot of people come after people and are like, oh, well, you need body dysphoria in order to be trans. That's not true. You can think that if you want. You can think oh, well, why does a trans guy not want to get surgery? Whatever, you can think that, okay? That doesn't mean you're right. You're not factually correct. Just because a trans guy or a trans woman or whomever doesn't want a certain surgery doesn't make them any less trans. I'm just sick and tired of seeing so many trans people coming after people for not experiencing body dysphoria and claiming that you need body dysphoria in order to be trans. It's not true. And I know some of you were like, oh, well, I don't really care about this, whatever. That's fine. I'm glad you don't. But some people just don't understand the facts. And that's why I'm making this, to show either the ignorant people or the blind people or people who just don't know the facts, or to educate people that gender dysphoria is the only thing scientifically, factually, like I said, or whatever you want to call it, that actually makes you trans. You can't experience gender dysphoria without being trans, but you can experience body dysphoria or regular dysphoria without being trans. It's not a trans thing. But I hope from this video either that you've just kind of learned something new, or that you're actually shown the facts now. But anyway, guys, I hope you guys enjoyed this video, and if you did, leave a like, and I will see you next week. Peace.